He brought access to the highest levels of government in the countries that are suffering from these conditions. And he also brought the ability to get through the red tape and the barriers that often stand in an individual's way when they're trying to promote a program that in human events bumps up against problems. And President Carter wanted to understand those problems and wanted to figure out a way to do it, often by picking up the phone and calling either a Ministry of Health or a president to smooth the way. The scope of the accomplishments of these efforts results in millions of people no longer suffering from these conditions. For example, when we began with the guinea worm program here, there were over 20 million people who were affected. Now we're talking about 14 people in the entire world, 14 persons. 20 million people no longer affected by certain parasitic diseases, including river blindness in Africa. So the scale of the numbers of people who've been impacted, and especially poor people, generally disenfranchised people, is very, very remarkable. It has to do with, first, President Carter's desire to understand the technical details. But secondly, his access and his willingness to travel on behalf of the programs to help provide new funding, new political support, all of these essential elements you need to get a program done. You may know what to do, but getting it done is a different story. I shed some tears last night. When I got the news, I was actually driving around with my wife looking for a fish aquarium, and we just had to stop and say a brief prayer and be grateful and celebrate his life.